Hey guys, Brett here, connecting from UB Central, and today I wanted to make a video giving my thoughts on the current situation of Watch Dogs Legion. As you all know, the game was originally scheduled to release on March 6th, but was delayed because of Ghost Recon Breakpoint performing lower than expected. Ubisoft, during an earnings call, stated that they would release 5 AAA games before April 2021. These games would be Watch Dogs Legion, Gods and Monsters, Rainbow Six Quarantine, and it's safe to assume the next 2 games would be Assassin's Creed and Far Cry. Now, it is worth noting Ubisoft announced these plans in early February before the coronavirus was really a thing. As far as I know, every single Ubisoft employee is still working, they're all just doing it from home. So don't worry, none of these games are canceled, but don't be surprised if some of them end up getting delayed because of COVID-19. But for this video, I want to talk about Watch Dogs Legion and what I hope Ubisoft are planning. First off, this game should not release in 2020. I know some of you want this game as soon as possible, but I don't think it should release the same year as Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk is just on a whole different level. CD Projekt Red knocked it out of the park with Witcher 3, and it's safe to assume that this game is going to be a massive hit. I'm not saying it's going to be better than Witcher 3, but CD Projekt are a really good developer, and it's going to sell extremely well no matter what. I saw some people on the Watch Dogs Reddit say that there's always going to be competition, and that's true, but look at it from this perspective. If Watch Dogs Legion came out a month or 2 after The Last of Us, it would have a fighting chance. Last of Us 2 is a PlayStation exclusive, so right off the bat, it's limited in that aspect. Not to mention, these games don't really have anything in common, so there's not going to be a major crossover. Now, Watch Dogs Legion and Cyberpunk are both on every single platform, both are open worlds, have hacking, and are set in the future. There's obviously some differences, but there's going to be a lot of overlap, and fans might have to pick one or the other if they released somewhat near each other. Not to mention, if they released right next to each other, people would end up comparing both games because it's the internet. So with that said, I think Ubisoft should honestly release this game in March of 2021. That would be an extra year of development time so they can make the best possible game. I've said this 100 times, but this game really has to sell well, because if it doesn't, we're not going to get another Watch Dogs game, especially when you have franchises like Assassin's Creed and Far Cry selling way better. In addition to that, I think the marketing definitely has to step up. We don't know anything about the multiplayer, we don't know any story elements except Albion are the bad guys. Basically, the only thing they've been showing us over and over is you can play as anyone. Trust me, we get it. I would honestly love another gameplay demo, a trailer showing off different hacks, one that shows off some side activities, the open worlds, one that talks about multiplayer. There's so many different options, yet they keep talking about play as anyone. I'm not saying show off everything at once, but there's things I would definitely like to see before the game releases. So the big question now is, when are we actually going to see something new? Honestly, that's tough because E3 2020 was canceled and Ubisoft were going to show off Watch Dogs Legion there. E3 was in June and Ubisoft have not stated what they plan on doing. IGN are going to host an event to sort of replace E3, and that's in June, but Ubisoft aren't listed for that. I still think it's safe to assume we're going to hear or see something in late May, June, or July. But yeah, so many of you have been asking like my thoughts on the game, when is it going to release, so I just kind of wanted to make a video to clear things up. If you want to hear my thoughts on the gameplay specifically, I actually made a video last year and you can find a link to that in the description down below. As always though, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all later.
I know where you've been, where you're at, where you're going. I know you're the reason I believe in life. What's the day without a little night? I'm just trying to set a little light.